Yo, what's up guys? Today I've got a new, easy and super precise method to get new snap points for the flush structures. This method is so simple that everyone can use it and it works pretty much anywhere, even on flat ground and cliff platforms. Before we dive into it, I need to give credit both to the linked channel. The idea that we can go off-grid and these structures will still connect to each other was actually new to me. That said, I've taken that concept and developed an even easier and more precise method that only requires railings and ladders, and of course foundations. And it doesn't even require a big amount of space. And besides that, this is really just for the method how to get the snap points. All the height of the foundations that you need are still the same as in my last video. That doesn't change. It's just the method how to get those snap points. Let's get into it. If you're interested, join my Discord server for more information, or if you have questions. Besides that, if you're looking for a privately hosted boosted server which has very good performance, go check out Wild Sunday Cluster. I think they will wipe this week. I think it's the 17th actually. Both links will be in the description. So the first thing that we want to do is we go into the settings, we go to camera and we change the look left right and the up down sensitivity to 1. That will help us later to be way more precise. By the way, look at my nice graphic settings over here. Haha. And then we just start. This is the first method for whenever you like building the first structures. You lower one foundation into the ground. It doesn't matter how deep, it just needs to be like pretty low, right? We add 2 railings and then another foundation with a ladder. This is basically using the ladder trick. And then we take our foundation. We want to make a foundation in the corner of that railing. There's a little tip: if you use flippers, you can also be way more precise when you have problems placing that correctly. Then, as you see, we're pretty precise because it's very slow up and down movement. You need to go a little bit over the railing with the foundation, and that's going to be perfect for our daddy boxes. Then you obviously, whenever you do that, test if it works. If it doesn't work, you need to redo the snap point. But as you see, it did connect, and then if you place a daddy box, that's the perfect height. Pretty much. So for the second step, the cryo fridges, which is the lower snap point, I did basically drag that up already. You need to drag the snap point or the lower snap point either down, or you use the existing foundation. Then you do what I did over here, 3 railings and basically 2 to the side, and then you go 1 railing down. That's basically the height of the next foundation that we need. And we again go into the corner with our foundation, press it, use the arrow keys, go down, and then for the cryo fridge, it needs to be below that railing's end. Do that in photo mode in a second. This height is perfect for cryo fridges. So if you did that, basically you just pick everything that's not useful up and you drag it back to where you want to connect it. You go up to that space and then railing, ceiling, and then on top of the ceiling you can build your cryo fridges. Just keep in mind, whenever you build cryo fridges and daddy boxes, you want first the cryo fridges, then the ceiling for the daddy boxes, and then build the daddy boxes and then the walking floor, because otherwise you won't be able to place at the sides where the ceilings are. So if you have an already existing structure, you do it like that. You already start with that method for the cryo fridge, but you take another height. I'll show you in here. You go back to that corner, and as I said, it's easy if you use flippers because then you're way more precise with the movements. It's way easier to do that. Place. Got scared there actually. And then for the daddy boxes, you need to be higher, obviously. And I'm going to show you that in toggle photo mode as well. This is the height. So that box of the foundation needs to be above the lowest edge of your railing. And then it's going to be the perfect height for your daddy boxes. And like I said, if you use the setting for the slow movement with the camera, because it also affects your arrow keys, it's very easy to get those heights. And you just drag that snap point over and install it. And if you do it for your cryo fridges, you basically take the new snap point down back to earth and then recreate it with that method. For cliff plats, it's very easy again. Over here we actually use the method with the fence foundation because it's just the fastest actually. And the foundation, if you place it on a cliff plat, is the perfect height, so you don't need to change anything. From there you go up to the highest snap point. We use the new method again for the snap point for the cryo fridge floor. take the foundation, put it into the edge over there. And I mean, you see how fast I do it over here. It's not fiddling around with the fence foundations anymore. And then also no pillars, what I've seen in the other video. I mean, it was a good method, but I think this is easier and faster. And also doesn't require as much space, because you can just literally do it on a 2x2 foundation space. And then as you see, we get a perfect set point. Over here, we just need to mention that for some reason on the foundation, it doesn't snap the first to the second set point.